Hello, hello. All right, okay. We are back to Jared Leto. And we are back to Nobody Vale. And, well, frankly, this is sort of where things might be getting a little bit interesting. And honest to God truth, I had an idea, and I tested it, and I think it's actually doable. I thought with the level 2 flame, it would not be possible to travel all the way across the map in search of extremely powerful items. And by all the way across the map, I mean, holy God. Actually, I don't even know if it goes that far, but it's like pretty far. It might actually be just about this far. It's going to be quite a journey, and I know the route. I've practiced the route, but it's kind of at any point, if we get hit once, we die. No coming back. That's it. That's the game. So, yeah, I'm quite nervous. I'm genuinely nervous. Let's get that HUD back in. All right, fantastic. I dug a hole over here in this mountain, right in that spot, and picked up some stone. I should have recorded that. That's my bad. It took me like a few minutes with this crappy pickaxe. I had to repair it a few times, all that. But that's all that I missed to record. That's on me. So actually I have to start recording locally as well. All right, fantastic. So yeah, I'm nervous. So we're just gonna prepare for the voyage. There are certain things that I need. I need a crafting hammer. I need a workbench. I need a bed. I need a fireplace. Because we're gonna be resting. We do actually want to get resting. We're gonna want a lot of food. It's a long journey. I don't think we really need to worry about the staff because it just takes twigs to make, and I don't want to, end up with all that rubbish. I don't really want to take scraps, but there's a chance they could be useful. I should take them. I don't think I need wooden arrows. I don't think I need bone meal. Yeah, I'm feeling nervous, boys and girls, and else's. Yeah, it's a bit exploitive. I would say we're definitely taking advantage of the fact that the world resets, but that's such a massive part of this game that the world resets every time you log back in. It's kind of like assumed that people are going to go back to the same dungeons that they were. In fact, it resets on purpose every 30 minutes if you're far enough away. The game is designed to constantly reset. There's just no easy way to get around that. We're going to be bringing a lot of mana potions. Truth is, we're going to be flying a lot, and that's just part of it. I don't know about this shepherd's lightning. I think it was level 17, level 7, but it wasn't the best. At least it's something. Might be able to do some kind of damage. We don't need so many of those. I am nervous, genuinely nervous. Wisp of light might unironically come in handy if we're trying to do something that gets real dark all of a sudden. We need all that meat. I want a lot of food. I want honey. I need water. We've got plenty, a good stack of water. These are, I would say, stamina and honey. We're mostly be saving it as much as possible for later on. I don't think we really need those two things. Yeah, I'm nervous, boys. I think we should bring a fair amount of wood. Yeah, it's reasonable to me. Might as well. We're full sending. We're traveling across the map to very, very foreign territories. I think with these two things we can make plenty of bandages. Though I already have a few, but it never hurts to have more. Yeah, let's figure out where we want this. I wish I had something better than this lean meat, but we just don't have tons of wolves lying around, I suppose. It might be good to have. We're just not going to use the magic. Magic's that kind of food just isn't important. It's really we're kind of on a run with the food here. So yeah, we're picking this up, And we are picking this up. And we are... I think we... funny enough, we actually have a door. We should have enough. And I think we want the workbench as well. And we're just gonna get there when we get there. I don't know about climbing the spire to fly, but it might be the best way. One of our biggest hindrances is the, more or less, I suppose you could say, stamina. That is our biggest weakness. So I've done the run once without too much of a problem. Like, I'll get into that. There were huge problems, but not too much of a problem, and that's explainable. Gotta get that. Where's our backpack at? Yeah, we need that right. I prefer to have that available. Okay. I got all the way there with a ranger set, and if you don't know anything but the ranger set, is that it's got infinite stamina, which is, I mean, that's brilliant. I love that. I love to see that. But on the other hand, of course, I'm not sure if I need to press that, but just being safe. Don't have to come back. Infinite stamina kind of means you can kind of outrun everything all the time. The most enemies I found that I'm concerned with, I can generally outrun or trick or get around. No matter how high level they are. That's great. That's really good news for a very low level guy like me. We just got to play smart. We got to play safe and conserve energy. But that means we're going to be going slower, which means that we're going to be more frugal with food, which means that, well, I guess you get the idea. I'm scared. And it's okay to be scared. Because I only have one life. If I die, I die. I think that's a better way to live. Or play. I think that's what Enshrouded really shines at. I might want a better torch. That's alright, we don't have one. The hunter would have made one for me. The door is interesting. It's kind of the only thing that guards me from the outside. I don't think animals can actually break things at the moment. That's a good start. Stupid mistake like that. Love to see it. Do I want the... No, I don't need the legendary. Our gear is okay. We've got a really nice level 7 sword here. We're kind of just fighting daylight right now at this point, in all honesty. If it turns night, I'm almost am tempted to just go home and sleep off the night so we can start morning. But I think we're gonna be sleeping and sheltering so much, no matter what. Now here's the thing: we have 2 out of 4 active altars, and fast travel is not really a big thing. So no matter what, I can kind of just be picking it up as I go. But there are some circumstances where I'm not sure that's entirely possible. In a way, I am very tempted to eliminate that one down there. Yeah, that's what we do. And I forgot that I have updraft as well. That's extremely important. We also want to test how far I can fall without dying. And we hope that it gets to nightfall. And you know what? On the way back, we're going to make a better torch. We want to be a little bit better prepared because this is quite serious of an endeavor. So if you remember, I had made a little bridge over here. And that we had spent one of our altars on that. I would like to have 3 altars on this, because there might be 3 places I set up a base, and I don't want to relinquish it, because there's a couple choke points that are either it's hard to get back to the altar, or I might not know how to get back. Well, part of the issue is I don't even know if I can get back home. So this is going to be interesting. While I have the space... Now this is interesting. Where's my second altar then? Home level 1. Oh, here it was. It was up here, right? Yeah, because I do remember what I did here. Okay. Okay. I am genuinely curious. Do these things destroy themselves once you leave the area? I think we should sit around here for like 40 seconds just to see. Yeah. We could get some wood in the meantime. And I want to know if we're going to lose this whole bridge. Because will the structure stay at least until you reset the game? Because that means I could get back home. But I'm assuming it's destroyed, frankly. But it could just be reset. It could also be reset after 30 minutes. Based on the new patch. If you're far away from it, which I most likely will be. I will have one tool to help me get back home. But we're going to go into that. That's sort of the big journey. Because it's not really beating the game. It's still like, okay, we haven't died. Great. We've got some better items. But we still have to do all these quests and go through all these hazardous areas that can kill you no matter how good your gear is, right? Like, I went there in-game scout gear and died a bunch. So it's not necessarily cracked. It just helps with the progression and survivability. Also, just time-wise, I won't have to do hundreds of hours of farming. Okay, I've got like a little bit of a thing going on there. Okay. Sometimes my camera just twigs out. It's hard to test it. I'm assuming this gets reset. We only have one altar, which is fine. We're going to use all 3 of them getting there. We'll be picking them up as we go, it looks like. We've got the bed with us, literally. Iconic. The biggest thing really will just be stamina, and just the fact that we're going to be running out of it, which makes me wonder if I should... Because if we're getting one hit anyways, should I replace these boots with the hunter boots that helps stamina recharge? It's like a permanent food buff. It's at least +1. This is +15 stamina recharge. Maybe it doesn't even matter if you have honey. Oh, I'm not going to be conservative with the honey. I don't know. I'm in a tough spot there. We'll just put some junk away here that we know we don't need. I don't need the spark. I might end up wanting twigs. I think the big thing is going to be campfires, which is just wood logs. We also want... It was a torch, right? Yeah, so that's going to be resin. 1 resin. For a much improved torch. I don't want to be caught in the dark with nothing. Let's do that then. And I don't want to waste another one on a second torch or anything like that. Okay, let's just throw out the garbage. We don't need all this plant fire. We've got all these twigs. Do we need them? Hard to say. Flask of the Fell will give you some stamina if we're in a pickle. Hunter's bow is just not terrible. There are some things we're going to need that for. I'm not sure what I should have equipped more, to be honest. I suppose the bow. For reasons known only to me. But if that one's equipped, at least we can have this down here, right? In theory. So not a lot of slots left on the inventory. That's fine. I think we already have this backpack. We've got all the upgrades we could possibly get. I would like to see what boots she offers. Oh, we already could do the Rangers. Linen. Yeah, we don't have that. String. Dried fur 4. +1 stamina regen. See, that's +2 would be massive. -500 regeneration. If only we had the linen. That's actually wild. Dried fur, linen. We might end up finding that elsewhere, but that's a different conversation for another time. If we have the summoning staff, we could probably just pop her in and make it based on what we find. Tempting. I guess no reason not to. Oh, do we want this wand? Most likely. It's level 3. It's not amazing, but it can slowly chip away at some things. We don't really need that there, do we? So don't need that there. And there's not much else I can spare, I suppose. Mana potion, strat survivals we don't need immediately. I'm just sort of thinking like a little immediate emergencies that we're always going to want. See how I keep the bandages and the potions right next to my sword. Important emergency flasks, food up here. More or less. I should probably have the wax above the sword so that it instantly, you know, toggles. The wand might be more important than Whisk of Light. So it's more utility. Likewise, this is utility, and likewise that sort of utility. So we want these two: health, stamina, right off the bat all the time. In case I want to pop honey every time I get a little bit nervous about something getting close to me, so I can sprint away. Frankly, we might as well go. We're going to be making and setting a lot of camps up. We're going to be trying the first set is towards it. It's not going to be so bad. I wish there was a better way to see how much time there was left in the day. What is that, like a minute? Before it starts getting dark? I don't know. I could set up a small bed there. No complaints. I could even run in the night, to be honest. It's not a big deal. Basically, we're just going to be nomadic for a good long while now. We've already unlocked a lot of this building, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm not going to start drinking and eating until we're a bit deeper. I've got plenty of health and armor to get to where I want to get. I'd be surprised if something could really nail me down. We're not going near Shroud. That's what's interesting. There's not a lot in the way of us. Got a good amount of rested, which I'd love to see. I thought we already cracked this open. No? What have I been doing? A little over eager. I think I can make this jump. Why not? There we go. Alright. Yeah, I'm nervous. Let's get to it. It's interesting you can run through the spikes. The animation doesn't really pop. I'm not complaining. You're not going to find me complaining. So, I don't think anybody's watching right yet, but the real dilemma that we're running into is that, I guess we'll just get there when we get there. I don't know if I want to spoil it. We're just going to hell right now. Our thing is we're trying to get to that next spire there, right? One goal at a time, huh? Past that little fortress. I know we can make it. So that was the thing. I equipped a guy with, you know, max gear, but ranger gear for that extra sprinting and all that in the meantime. But I slapped the basic glider on him. So I'm like, can I make this jump? Can I do this jump? Can I do that jump? And most of the time the answer was no. But it didn't matter. We were able to get just far enough. Take the right exact... There's only like really one route to getting there that I trust. And on top of that, we're kind of doing it a little... We're going to kind of go the long way simply because of an extreme increase in danger that occurs midway. We're going to circle back to it. I wish I could explain it, but I don't want to jinx it, so I'm going to keep it to myself. How about that? It does sound like these shrines recharge their sparks, that's odd to me. I didn't know they did that. I thought once you got it, that was sort of it. But yeah, it's a Jared Leto. I was like, is this the wrong world? But no, that was my house, and this is Jared Leto, so I don't know. I've got a good sword, though. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know if you see that. It's maxed out. Solid gear. We're going to want those wolf meat. Yeah, we've got 2. That's great. That should carry us through some precarious times. I think this would be a pretty good place to rest, actually. Yeah, there's a lovely little cave down here that I know is comfortable enough. Yeah, it's turning into night. Is he standing in the fire and getting cooked? That's hilarious. I don't think I can even camp on that. That's alright. Yeah, I guess we're going to be putting down a campfire. I just don't need the bone. There's just nothing I can do with it. This is where you start seeing me spin stone. So if I make 10 of these, that's 60 stone. That's why I'm like, okay, might as well be serious about it. The stone that we're bringing, because we also need to construct some items. I don't know how much. I don't know if are we gonna make a permanent base. I don't know. I don't know what could happen there. I have a rough idea, but I'd rather be over prepared, you know. Okay, level 6. Would it make him more comfy if I had this here? I think so. You know, in the future I can just put that down instead of wasting wood logs on a campfire. If I'm putting the bed down anyway. Don't think that adds anything. What about the workbench? Didn't I have one? Lord help me, did I leave the workbench? I think I did. It's a fairly hard to miss object, right? In inventory 0, huh? Oh, there you go. Faux pas number 1. I think... Yeah, this is mostly in the desert. This is just where it's going to be important to be sleeping, and I don't trust anywhere to be safe. So I'll probably have to dig my own holes and put a bed in them. That's where making a base will be a bit tedious. Or I suppose I really could. And this is where, here we go. We're extinguishing. We'll never come. I mean, we might come back through here, but we might even stay here. It's a really nice little convenient. Anyways, I should stop talking. Let's just get on with it. Morning and all that. Yeah. This is a good morning. I'd rather start morning here than back there and climbing the spire. Such a waste of time. No, this is good. This is good. See how enemies all over the map generally behave like this, where they're not particularly aggressive. You can usually outrun them, and well, generally, we might need all the height we can get here. When I came through, I believe I did climb it, because I understood that there could be a height issue, and I think I was right. I think I just barely made it. So we're just going to go to the highest peak that we can. See, we've already gotten this hunter, so we're not really... It's not really what's happening here. There's just a very specific route that I kind of have to follow, or I'm not sure how else to get there. There might be more than one way, but this is the best I can do, my friends. Yeah, so I'm basically jumping off like an idiot here. And hopefully we get to there. Past the shroud on the other side. Well, so it's going to be a bit of an experiment with the stamina. Can I really go a very long way? Is this enough stamina? And I just never have run into a situation where I don't have enough stamina to fly this full distance. It might be an issue for later gliders, but for us now, I don't believe it will be. Yeah, see, we're flying for a long, long time. Ah, right. I forgot. That was a big part of what we're doing here. Yeah, so we just barely break through the mist. Here we are. I don't even think we've gotten the carpenter. That's what's so funny. We're not even risking ourselves going to getting the carpenter, but we're doing this. I love it. I love the ambition here. Bringing along a well might have been nice, though. We have one life, my friends. That's why this is so precarious. So yeah, I remember I landed here and I was like, oh, hey, sweet. We got a fantastic little bridge to work with. That's nice. We're not too worried yet, my friends. Things are level 7 here and we're level 4. That's alright. That's part of the deal. I don't think I'm going to be making those boots and wasting all that time here. I do think we're going to be climbing it. Some good XP to it. I don't want to be wasting my time smashing every thing in here. I know there's some good stuff in here. Probably some dried fur and whatever. But we're never using it as a flight point anyway. We're really just trying to make this journey. And having this might help a bit. It might just be a waste of time if I'm actually being honest. Or not. Or yes. Or not. Yeah, let's do it. This is how I did it before. Last I checked. I think ironically we're forced to meet up with 3 of these. Oh, we actually have to go there. Ouch. Not a good start. You know, all the double jumps in the world. Can't help an idiot. That might be good. Level 7 longbow. What am I working with now, huh? Might be level 3. No, it's just... It's odd that it's so far away and yet worse. Not... Well, not worse, but the same level. Anyways. Not complaining, that's just what it is. I guess it's just the map really is supposed to be 60 square kilometers, and right now it's only, you know, 24, I think. That's the deal. So it's going to get 3 times bigger, so having a bit large level 7 area will make sense in the final scope of it all. Yeah, this part was broken for me last time too. I was surprised that these spikes weren't coming up. That's interesting. That seems like a bug they need to address. Those spikes specifically, I thought, oh, maybe it's just occasional. Sometimes they're out of sequence, which can be weird. Not a big deal, but weird. Yeah, I think there might be like a nice legendary item here. I have to. Curiosity kills the cat. With spikes. You know how it goes. There it is. Is it ornate? I don't believe so. I think ornate usually has there's something more to it. Garbage. We will probably be using those. I don't even want to know what's inside those pots. I'd rather just keep going. Alright. This is the last one. For most people, I think this is a very... Oddly, this is a bit of a tricky place. I've seen a guy die here like maybe 8 times. It was hard to watch. Fairly hard to watch. You can also get some rested up at the top. There's a little place for that. These climbs take a weird amount of stamina. I don't know if you can see that. It's a bit irritating. More thing. I've learned that jumping off and trying to fly through this doesn't work. Usually just get shot. Those are really dangerous because you can die. I'm explaining everything. I assume most folks watching would know a lot of this already. I'm just talking to myself, really, more than anything. There might be something Gucci over here. Let's take a quick look, huh? Yeah, why not? +1 stamina, +1 stamina generation, +2 stamina, +1 stamina, +1 health. Yeah. This is notably worse. See ya. That'll be great to spend. because it takes up an inventory spot that I don't want it to. So I'm happy to spend it on a flight boost, more or less. Let's get out of here. Should be the last one. It's free XP. And I'm wondering if it's going to ask me to... travel here. I don't believe so. Sometimes it's like fast travel. There's a fast travel. I think we've already done that one, so it doesn't need me to do that. Great. Mostly just going a bit northwest, because see that hill there? It sort of pokes out. It's interesting how high it rises against this huge mountain, right? Doesn't it? So the goal then is to see how far we can get, more than anything. Thankfully, we've got this bit of a boost. So we're going to land over there. I think that might be part of why we do this, is because I'm not sure we could make that jump or that jump. But we probably could. See those bridges here? It probably is a lot faster, but get a good bit of XP, I think, for climbing up that. I'll take the mana potion at least. It's not ideal, but it could be worse. I think there's some level 7 wolves between here and that ledge. And this is like the end of the easy zone. Everything past where I'm up there and beyond is it could kill me very, very, very quickly. I am brilliantly aware of that. That's where I start eating those foods and thinking a lot more about where the sun is in the sky. Do I have more honey over here? Yeah. Worth it. Oh, interesting that this technically counts as that zone. But I think that... hard to say what's a bug and what isn't with voxels. Man, that stuff is crazy. So what I had done before is I kind of come up this cliff and I was thinking to myself, okay. Typically, if it's got a slight slant to it, you can kind of jump up it. So let's just see. I just was like curious, like how far up this can I go? I ended up taking this sort of roundabout route, but it was more or less safe. But I do think it might be significantly faster to actually just bypass that and just go straight east, slightly more north. Assuming I can make that. I think I tried a few times and I simply couldn't. But I believe I can get up here. That's all we're hoping for. Yeah, how did I do this? I definitely did do this, but I can't remember exactly how. Let's get that health stamina all the way back up here. I think it has to do with something with updraft. No. It might be possible that I jumped off this ledge and went down to where I was trying to get to before. I think that might have been what I tried to do. Yeah, that sounds like... that's possible. Oh, I don't know how I got up then. You know what? I remember exactly what I did. Never mind. Sorry for that, my dear friends. We need to get rid of some of this trash. No use for it. Yeah, I remember exactly what we did. First of many. More or less. Our dumbasses. But then it does become a question of we also want to make it so that in such a way this. Like this. Second, I would like to refill. I mean, I'd be hoping by this point, you know. See how much stone we got just for this. I'd like to see this a little bit more easily here. We got 2,000. I want 5,000. I want a whole stack of 5,000. Yep. Exactly what I want. I want to be able to make a safe shelter instantly. This is where we're going to be starting up with that. I do want this on the fly. Okay. Let's see where the sun is in the sky anyway. It should be setting fairly soon is why I'm asking. It's right in the middle. Okay, we can run for a bit, all things considered. And we're back to, I believe, one active altar. Don't ask me how we're getting back home. This is where it gets very, very real. We might have climbed up there, but I can't quite remember. I believe I just came up with... I was like, I know I don't have to do more than that one there. Okay, I think I did exactly that the last time too. We might need to take a potion here to get up there. I'll try here, but nope, didn't need it. It's dead, which scares the hell out of me. Oh, he probably just fell. If I'm being honest here. And I'm thinking we kind of climbed up that ridge there. Okay. Probably did the same thing in my first run through. All honesty. We do need a lot of those little hits, and we don't have a lot of them. What does the updraft cost exactly? 120 mana. And how much mana is our total? Our total is 140, so that's almost 90% of it. Let's be honest. Yeah, this feels right. I definitely do think we kind of came around up here. And I do remember doing something like this here. And then I think it was just this section here. I could probably spare this potion that's taking up a space. Okay. Still quite in the sky. Is this some kind of a dog? Hyena floating. Dead in the sky. Love to see it. That game might have been valuable. That's alright. Oh shit. And that's game over. Three times in a row, that's game over, actually. Huh. Oh, that's tough. That's tough, boys. I think I'm going to call it a night. Delete the world, delete the character, kind of a thing. Yeah. So, the idea was we'd go from Pillars of Creation far east, then south, grab some sweet gear, then come back home. And we failed. It's not that hard. That was on me. I should have been watching my stamina. If I can't even do that, how can I get that far into it, right? Running from animals and things. So we're going to probably try again. The big thing is you to get the gear, get the shield, get the armor, get the helmet. Get a significant amount of stone. Basic bed, basic workbench. The honey doesn't hurt. The water supply, meat supply, honey supply. Yeah, that's disappointing. Falling to my death like that, but that's the game. All right, lads. Classic. All right, lads.